you assemble your new SLV lighting display. The unit comes in 4 pieces. We call them tiers. This is the first tier. You want, when the unit is finished, it's going to be very heavy, so it's important that you position this in its final resting position before assembly. Each unit has a plug, just like a typical appliance. And the idea is each section can be plugged in and tested before the whole unit is assembled. That way you ensure every section has power. There are 3 alignment pins. And what we'll do is we'll take the second section Now it's critical that we plug the first tier into the second tier, and we don't want to pinch the wire. The center rib is designed to be slightly off-center. There are 3 holes corresponding to the alignment pins. A tape measure will be handy. The unit should sit approximately 9 inches from the edge. Rest in place and make sure we're not pinching any wires. Now again, we can plug this unit in and check to make sure that we've got power to all of our units. It's critical that we have 2 wires sticking out of every hole except the last one on each tier, because they're connected in series. On tier 2, the blue tape will denote a low voltage fixture. And I think we'll take a quick pause. Notice there are 4 holes, 2 large and 2 small in the second tier. There are corner braces in the bottom, and we recommend, to avoid any lawsuits, screwing the second tier down into the first tier through the 2 large holes. This will ensure that as the unit gets constructed, that it won't tip over, land on somebody, and cause a possible lawsuit. All right, stop, pause. Okay, now again at this stage we will plug in the male connection on tier 2. Both tiers should be lit. All the wires should have orange covers, which you'll use when you actually connect the other fixtures, but this is just assuring that all the lights are lit up and you've got power. Okay, pause for a second. Okay, now we're going to put tier 3 onto tier 2. You want to make sure there's a hole in the center for that wire to go in. One person can pick the unit up. Again, we're about 9 inches from the edge. There are 2 alignment pins on this side. Okay. Once the unit sits, it's in position. We'll plug in tier 2 into the female connection. Okay, there we go. Wait, edit that out. Located on the bottom of tier 3, there are 4 pocket hole screws on the 2 facing panels on the inside. We'll take a screw, place it, which one can you see? Can you see this guy?
I can see that one.
Okay. Place it into the pocket, use your driver, and fasten a screw in each of these holes, securing tier 3 to tier 2. That's going nowhere. That's only 2.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now we're going to place tier 4 on top of tier 3. Holy crap! Okay. Measuring to make sure that the unit is centered. There are also 4 of those same pockets on the top, which we will use to connect tier 4 to tier 3. 8 screws will ensure that the top will be firmly connected. Also, there is another male in tier 3. A female from tier 4 will drop down to the center hole and connect to this. There's a long male plug on the top of tier 4 which will go to your ceiling to power the unit. All the boxes have been labeled tier 1 and the type of fixture that it is. Isn't that a beauty? Connect the blacks with the black. The white with the whites, the greens with the greens. And then at this stage, you can check to make sure the fixture works. All the fixtures were tested prior to shipping. Unfortunately, to ensure that they would ship safely, they were removed and put back in their packaging, which will make a little extra effort for you. And then if you choose, you may fasten the fixture down to the level with a screw. The troughs will be filled with glass beads once all the units are tested. Ready?
Yeah.
A female end will come down from tier 4 and connect into the top male plug on tier 3. There are also 2 long female plugs in tier 3, which we'll use to power up the wood panels that will go on in the final step. Okay, the fixtures were all put on and tested prior to shipping. Unfortunately, again, we had to remove as many as we can to get them back in the packaging for safe shipping. A male plug will be fastened to the back as these are wired behind in a series sequence. The tier 3, the cross braces are recessed so that wires may lie in front, which will make assembly much easier for you without causing any problems. Once this is wired, you will plug in your male to the long female coming out the center. You'll place, where'd my alignment stick go? There's a panel alignment stick. Place it on the bottom. Take your panel. Notice there's an A top and an A top. Make sure the wires go inside. set the panel on the stick. This will aid in alignment. Line up the screw holes. Push it on. Screw on the decorative caps. But again, it's critical that all the fixtures be